Pennsylvania was all about history, Hershey, and helping.
Hi, we're the Care Kids.
Our parents are crazy. They want to take us on a year-long trip.
They call it an empathy expedition.
We're traveling the states to discover what makes us united.
50 states and 52 weeks.
And I saw you, 'cause I wanna be like the wind. I wanna run with you. Oh, we can be wolves, howling at the great white moon. I wanna be by your side when you light up the sky for the world to see. Run, 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 run with me.
So Pennsylvania, we saw lots of history, huh? We went to Gettysburg, we went to Philadelphia where the Constitution was signed. We actually slept on
The Gettysburg battlefield.
the battlefield.
The only thing we're going to do tonight is fire a couple of salute rounds, blank rounds. The first one is just going to be a blank round. It's about 3/4 of a full military charge, but because there's no projectile, it'll still reduce the report, and there'll be no recoil at all. Whereas when we fire the gun, when we're doing target shooting on a military base, this gun will recoil 8 to 10 feet every time it's fired. Prepare to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second charge, we're actually going to add just a real mild pyrotechnic effect. In addition to the huge ball of flame that's going to come out, it'll add a huge shower of colored sparks. Prepare to fire. 1, 2, 3.
I think a profound thing about being in Gettysburg is that lots of history lessons that you learned in high school all of a sudden become very real and very substantial and concrete in your brain. My parents took me there when I was a kid and I thought it was amazing then, but of course I didn't really connect like the importance of it and the significance of it, and just spending time hearing the stories, walking around to all the monuments, and it just was more real this time. It was more substantial and it just made more of an impact in my brain and in my heart. I think the sacrifices of the people who lived before us in this country who make our freedom today possible.
I kind of think that's how life is though. Sometimes we see something where we are and then we circle back around to it and we see it from a different place and we see it from a different perspective, and then we do that again and again and again, kind of like a spiral staircase.
Yeah. We can't really ever be forced to take something in and to be ready for something. You have to want it, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think I've ever wanted it until now, and now all of a sudden I have this growing hunger for understanding and for really absorbing the meaning of history. I'm almost 40 and I'm just starting to absorb the meaning of our nation's history, I think.
Pennsylvania obviously has a lot of history, but it also has more recent history. Like Milton Hershey, the Hershey School was amazing. Milton Hershey, before he actually succeeded, failed at several businesses. Before Hershey's chocolate, as we know it today, succeeded. Before that,
Yeah, he made a lot of other candies before Hershey.
but they didn't succeed, huh? But he took all those lessons that he learned
And he made them just into one.
I think sometimes when we fail at different things, don't you think we kind of tell ourselves a story? Well, it looks like I'm not one of those people who is supposed to succeed in life, right? I'm not a Milton Hershey because he succeeded, and apparently I'm failing, so I'm not that kind of a person, right?
Yeah.
And so it's so cool to hear their stories of failure and be like, oh, see,
Oh, they failed.
yeah, they had to learn and they had to fail over and
They
over and
failed
over before
over and over and
so
over
much
and
failure.
over and over.
What's that?
I said, don't ask me, we're out of man here and we'll keep it
Yeah,
real.
where are AJ and Roy Boy?
They were punching each other. So
They like to pull up places, you know, so like people are like, oh look at that huge RV.
Whoa, look at that
oh,
RV.
They're going to all 50
That was so
states.
fun. Then
And
bam,
then
bam,
you
bam.
That's what happens when you try to travel to all 50 states and 50 violence.
And so they are in timeout.
Time out.
Milton Hershey borrowed a bunch of money from family and friends to start a couple of different companies, a caramel company and
Lancaster Caramels, which Milton Hershey was his first company, and that was it was his first company that actually succeeded. The rest of them kind of flunked, and they're back on the market now. He sold it for $1 million a long time ago, but they're back on the market now.
I think even after his chocolate company was doing well, I'm sure he was still constantly failing and learning new things, and that's something I think I'm learning a lot about. Is you always think, oh, okay, when we go on this trip, then we've made it, right? Then we'll have it all figured out. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We'll have arrived.
Then we'll have 5 million more lessons to learn and 5,000 more chances to fail, right? But most importantly, to keep, you know, like, yeah, keep moving forward, keep trying new things.
Roy and AJ are back with us again.
They served their time. Milton Hershey had a great perspective, it seemed, you know, about life. He of course wanted his own business to be successful, but he also wanted his entire community to be successful and his employees to be successful. And his legacy has lived on so long after him. It's really an amazing thing to see. Milton Hershey said, "One is only happy in proportion as he makes others feel happy, and only useful as he contributes his influences for the finer callings in life. The value of our good is not measured by what it does, but by the amount of good it does to the one concerned. Caramels are only a fad."
Wait, we're gonna make our own chocolate. We just watched a 3D movie, and now we're gonna make our own chocolate.
We're Hershey's Chocolate World, and we're about to make our own candy bar.
Did you finish?
Yeah, okay, we're all ready.
There they go, sprinkles on top.
While we were in Pennsylvania, we also had an awesome service opportunity.
We found through the website volunteermatch.org a group of adults with disabilities who go to a day program near Hershey, and they spend their day outside on a farm.
Nina and Neil, about 3 years ago almost, 2014, they created Farm of Hope, which is now a nonprofit agency that runs the program. So they own the land and they own the agency that runs the program. So we really are doing it their way.
They'll come into the barn. Everything they do here is in hour increments.
To most of the professional agencies, they call them individuals or clients or participants. None of those terms really are very much fun. So we don't use any of those. We call our folks growers. So because we're here at the farm and they do this is really their farm. We're just helping them take care of it.
So we have a schedule, like every Monday is the horse stalls. So they'll come in here and do a little pooper scooping, I call it.
Yeah, these are very clean stuff.
They are. We do it every day.
There are a lot of different types of day programs. What's unique about the growers is that they spend the day outside, and this helps a lot of the people, the participants, in their growth, because they've been in other day programs that haven't helped them with that.
It's their gardens, their vegetables, their animals, and they really do feel that way. We had one story of a guy who
He came here for years and then he got sick and he couldn't come for a little while. He would tell his friends and all his family that, oh, the farm is closed, you know, because I'm not there, so they had to close it.
And they really felt valuable and valued in this program.
He's still kind of weak. He's been pretty sick, but he's getting there. He'll be back. Okay, you miss him, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, no one likes to feel bored, you know, on a daily basis with their job. And so they said some people, some of the adults that come there on a daily basis had gone from program to program and just had not been doing well. They'd had, you know, lots of incidents with behavior management and different things like that. And they found as they came to this program, being outside in the fresh air, that lots of them were thriving like they weren't in any other program that they'd been in the past.
This is Johanna.
Hi, Johanna.
Oh, Johanna,
Hi.
where's your shoes?
You're
Where's your
barefoot.
boots? Can you put
Well,
your
you do have
boots
socks
on?
on, but
Tania has them.
Look, Joe. I got your boots.
Just having a rough day.
Boots on.
do you want your boots on? Would that feel nice to have your boots on? It's nice to meet you.
You're gonna get your socks all dirty. You don't care? What about your sneakers? Where's your sneakers?
What kind of boots are those? Are they pink?
They're cool.
Oh, look at the cool. The bottom of those are really cool.
All of our growers have boots, and they keep them here so that when they do animal care, they change into them, and then they stay here at the end of the day, so they don't have to carry them back and forth.
We have animals, we have gardens, we have crafts, we have, it's a real working farm.
If people actually want to know about this farm, it's pretty good.
Somebody eat this.
Yeah, I like it. And I hope other people will like this too.
The whole place is really designed to help the growers when they arrive, just shed all that frustration and anxiety that they get from the rest of their lives. Also, it's the friendship with their peers. They get here, they have their friends, they go out in the community, they do their chores, and it really does work. We really see what a huge impact this has on their family.
See you guys.
What are you doing?
We're interviewing right now. Can you go inside for just a minute? Can you take Mills and you two go play a game for just a minute?
No.
Oh, hi, just moving camera.